Hello, everyone, and welcome to Morning Sense, the show where we discuss the Common Sense's top news stories of the day and what it means for you. How's it, France? Can you take us through what the top stories are for today?
Gabriel, number one today is the Common Sense's diary, and that's got everything from Laura Wolfart's heroics in India on Sunday evening through to Trump's crusade in favor of Africa's Christians and what that's all about, right down to South Africa's falling birth rates, or as my colleagues say, why are South Africans having less sex? So that's number one. Second thing on the agenda today is the Supreme Court in the US today will hear a case on the legality of Trump's trade tariffs. Now, two lower American courts have already found against those tariffs. South Africa's trade negotiators in Washington, who have been unable to come up with a deal, are hoping that the Supreme Court is going to find against Trump as well. The trouble for them, perhaps, is that the two lower courts had strong liberal majorities, whereas the Supreme Court leans much more conservative. But we've got that story covered, the implications, what happens if the court rules against the tariffs, what are the implications for South Africa. From there we go completely local. South African car sales last month hit decade-long highs, and that was both for passenger vehicles and for commercial vehicles, and that's a real kind of standout tangential trend to a lot of economic data that has come out on South Africa for several years. And we explain that. Why did it happen? What was behind it? We go into rate cuts and currency strengthening and all the rest. From there, we stay local. Typhoid in Pretoria. What is happening? Is there a typhoid outbreak in the city? And what are city authorities saying? And what are they doing about it? And we wrap the top stories for tomorrow with the DA continuing its crusade against race policy. It's now up against the Deeds Office and registering transfers in racial terms. And we explain what that's about, what the implications are for property owners in the country. And there's a lot more beyond that. If you read further down the paper, outside the lead and featured stories, and as ever, a lot as well on Instagram and on YouTube. Gabriel.
Thank you very much, France. This has been Morning Sense. To get all of these stories and more, go to thecommonsense.co.za.